Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday the 22nd of March and welcome to this week's weekly vlog. I hope you all had a nice weekend. I had a good weekend. I had friends around for drinks on Saturday night, which you'll know about if you've seen last week's vlog. I got my hair cut, so very happy with that. And then on Sunday, I went on a really nice hike, about 6 miles up hills. It wasn't too strenuous, but it was. So I haven't been in exercise recently. It was necessary. The only thing is, I went to sleep at 4 o'clock Sunday morning after Saturday night, and we were up at 6:30 to leave at 7 to go on this hike, which was a bit of a struggle, but we made it. And I'm glad that we did because it was lovely and quiet when we went, and by the time we came to leave, it was really, really busy. And we got back about 1:30, so I still had all afternoon and evening to myself, which was nice. But yeah, I hope you all had a nice weekend. Let me know what you were doing down below, if you did anything of interest. It's difficult when we're still in lockdown, but in a week today, so when you see this, it'll be 3 days away, we can have up to 6 people in our garden. So I'm hoping that next week I'll have nice weather, especially because it's Easter, so I'll be going back home, back to York. So it'd be nice to be able to see my friends. As long as, fingers crossed, that still goes ahead. You know what Boris is like, a bit unpredictable. But yeah, plans for today. It's 9:30, I don't know if I said that. I am just sat here with my morning coffee in this mug from Asda. It's a browny greyish colour with white speckles on it, and I think it was £4, which is a really reasonable price for a nice mug. Typical day, uni work, but besides that, I need to go to the parcel shop. I've sold a few bits on eBay, which is nice because I hadn't sold anything in ages, and all of a sudden it feels like there's been a gold rush. And I need to go to Asda and get some groceries. So, really busy day for me. I'll speak to you later. Hello, it's still Monday. I'm just about to do my eBay parcels, and I thought I'd show you because my eBay is very small. I only sell personal items that basically just go through my wardrobe, and anything that I'm not wearing anymore, I'll sell it. So I only got, well, I did have about 30 items on. And they've all been listed since November. I don't do listings very often, just as and when I have a clear out. And things have sold steadily since then. You know, I've had about 45 listings on, so I've sold about 15 things since November, just gradually. But the last sort of month, just haven't really sold anything. It's fine. It's not costing me anything. Like, I haven't got money. It's not like I've got money in stock because it's just my old clothes that I've already paid for and had the use of. But basically, late last week, I sold a t-shirt. It was the first thing I'd sold in ages. Took an offer on it. Was happy with it, and that's gone. I'll insert a screenshot of that t-shirt now. It only went for £4, like really not big bucks at all. But it's like as soon as I sold that, suddenly eBay's turned back on, and in the past 2 days I've sold 4 items. Now for a shop that only has like 25-30 items in it, that's quite a big amount. So I just thought, as I'm parceling it up, that I would show you what sold. 3 of the 4 things I have taken offers on. But I mean, before the last few days, I hadn't even been getting any offers to accept in the first place. So yeah, the first thing is a white sweatshirt. It's plain, just plain white on the front. It's from ASOS, but on the back it's got a really nice purple, red, and blue design on it with some text at the bottom. It looks a bit like a band merchandise with the writing as though it's like an album, but it's not. It says Out of Control California Tour. It's just ASOS own brand. It's just a pattern they've made up themselves, and I distinctly remember this cost me £12 brand new, and I accepted an offer on this of £6.95, so £7 more or less, plus £3.75 postage, so got more than half of what I paid for it. I've only worn it a couple of times before, that's why I'm selling it. Similar story, this next one. Now this was a brave choice. This is when I was back, I bought this back in college, so about 4 years ago. And I wore it a couple of times. Like I've got a pair of trousers it goes nicely with, but I just, because it's so bold, I very rarely wear it. And it's this t-shirt, and it's a brownie toned golden velour material with this sort of tribal stripe going in a V shape. And I really like the colours of it. I do like it, I just literally do not wear it, especially recently, because it's dressy, isn't it? But I'm the sort of person where if it's a dressy event, I'd rather wear it, well, not I'd rather, but I just grab a shirt. I don't tend to think to wear a t-shirt, so this gets missed. I think that was about, well, I don't know how much that was brand new. I accepted an offer of a £5 on it. This one was very strange. I initially had it listed at 15 quid, and it got so many watches. It had about 12 watches on it, which for my items is huge. I never get that many watches. So I thought, oh, this is great. Someone's going to bite at that price or make me an offer. No one did, and gradually I've had to drop the price and drop the price and drop the price. Eventually I took an offer of a £5 because, like, what else? I just want rid of it, do you know what I mean? Third item is this Brave Soul flannel shirt. It's like a khaki green mixed with a brown colour is the main colour, with it's mainly red and a bit of blue and yellow and white going through it, and then it's like a corduroy effect collar. I actually bought this, it was already second hand. I bought this off a reseller called Lisa Snow that I follow on YouTube. You might have heard of her. Really, really funny lady. Anyway, I bought this off her. I think I paid her about 12 quid for it because I really liked it. But to be honest, I just haven't worn it that much. I've worn it a few times. It has had use. But yeah, I've sold that for £8.95 plus shipping. Again, that was reduced because I think I initially had that on at 15. And then finally, there's this Ralph Lauren shirt. So I used to work at Ralph Lauren, and I bought this back with my staff discount, because staff discount at Ralph Lauren, you get off sale items as well, and this went into a clearance sale, and I distinctly remember it was £24.99, so plus 30% off, I would have paid £17.50 for this. And the RRP on them are like £115. It's a really thick, nice, soft cotton flannel material, but I just don't really tend to wear flannel shirts anymore. I have quite a few cord shirts that I wear, but not flannel. So you can see it's just black with some blue and white stripes. And if my friends are watching this, they will laugh because their dad has this exact same shirt. In fact, I was around at their house once, and I was like, why? It was hanging up to dry. I said, why have you got my shirt? And I looked, and the label was not. This is a size small. I think it was a size medium or large. I was like, oh, it's not mine. So yeah, I had the same shirt as my mate's dad. And this I listed initially at 25 because I thought, you know, I put in the listing RRP 115, even though I'd paid nowhere near that. Ended up dropping it to 20, and then I took an offer of 13 on it just to get it out the door, because at the end of the day I paid £17.50 for it, so I can't be too mad at that. But yeah, that's what's going out today. All 4 items are plus £3.75 postage, and I post Hermes small parcel, so that's £2.90, so I make a tiny margin. Not really, by the time you take an eBay's fees off and how much it cost me for the poly mailers, etc. Not much. Anyway, but I do try, if I can, to do the fit through letterbox one, because that's like 50p cheaper. But yeah, that's what I've sold. But I just thought it was interesting how my eBay's suddenly gone from selling nothing for a month to 5 items in the space of less than a week. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to parcel these up, take them down to the parcel shop, go to Asda, and then come back, and it'll probably be time for some lunch and do some more uni work. usually I'm only shipping like one item at a time, and in that case I'll select the print in store function for the labels, because obviously it's easier than me having to print them out, cut them out, use tape. But because I'm sending 4 in one go, I wanted to save myself the confusion of finding the right barcode for the right parcel in the parcel shop and making sure that the right one goes on. And I just get stressed, and I would be constantly doubting that I'd sent the right parcel to the right person, and I'd just be sat waiting for a returns case to open on eBay. So that's why I've done it like that today. It's not worth me investing in a zebra printer for my labels or anything, because they're a couple of £100, and I mean, I don't even make a couple of £100 in 6 months off this usually, so it's not worth it. But yeah, just in case you're thinking, oh Jack, you could just get the labels in store. I know, I was just saving myself the worry of sending the wrong thing to the wrong person. But yeah, I've just had a notification actually that Hermes is delivering something to me between now and 1 o'clock, because it's 11:30 now. So I think what I'll do is I will go make some lunch, wait for my parcel to arrive, and then take these parcels to the parcel shop. However, I do have a Zoom call at 2:15, so if I can't go before then what I'll do is I'll just leave them till tomorrow. I've got 3-day dispatch on. I don't need to have them posted till Wednesday, so if they go tomorrow, it's not a big deal. But yeah, so that's my plan for the rest of the day. So I've just finished my Zoom call and been to the parcel shop. It's now 3:20. Slightly annoyed. I waited for this parcel that was supposed to be arriving. It said between 11 and 1. Got to 1:30, so I thought, oh, I'll check the tracking. And it said, delivery attempted but no one in, so we'll try again tomorrow, which it's fine because I will be in tomorrow. However, I've been in all day. There was not a single knock at the door, and there was no note through the door. So it's definitely just a case of a delivery driver that's decided he can't be bothered to try and deliver my parcel, which is annoying. Like, I know they're underpaid, but you know, just do your job. As simple as that. I can't imagine it's the nicest work, but I can't change that, and I've paid for delivery on a parcel, and if tomorrow's driver decides that they also can't be bothered to deliver it, then it'll go back to the depot and I won't receive it, and that's not my fault because I've been in waiting for it. Anyway, hopefully tomorrow someone will knock on the door and have my parcel, and I will take it off them, and then I will have it, and that'll be great. But we shall see. Frustrating. But plans for the rest of the day is just to do more work and then have some food and then relax this evening. So I'll probably check in with you again tomorrow, because I don't think there'll be anything else of interest to show you today. Good morning on Tuesday. I have you sat in my mug cupboard because I am just about to make my morning cup of tea in my swing through glue mug. Just did more work yesterday. Got a little bit stressed because what my assignment is at the moment, it's related to the big project that I'm doing, but it's due on Friday and it's 4 practice questions. Well, when I say practice, I don't mean as in like pretend questions. I mean as in the questions about the practice of architecture, as in office runnings and things like that. And one of them is to do the initial costings for the building we're designing. And the website that you're supposed to use to help work that out requires a subscription, which is £800 a year, which obviously I'm never paying that. And so I emailed my tutor saying this. It's really dark. I'm sorry if you can't see me very well, but I'm just going to carry on. I emailed my tutor about this, and his reply was so infuriating. His response to me was, "Hi Jack, I don't know why you think I can help you. Ask your peers." Well, he definitely knew. He certainly knew. Anyway, I typed out a response in fury to that email with no intention of sending it. Um, it was just a funny one. I put something like, "Watch your back, Gary La," because we're in Liverpool, so Scouse. Snakes don't hiss; they're just condescending and patronising. Obviously, didn't send it. Like deleted it, deleted draft. Didn't send it. Within 30 seconds, an email from Gary Brown popped through, and my heart has never raced so much in all my life thinking I had accidentally sent that email. Thankfully, he was responding to someone else, but it was quite a general question, so he sent his response to the whole year so that no one else asked it, which makes sense. But oh, it was like instant karma for retaliating to him. My heart, honestly. Anyway, I actually figured it out for myself. It turns out that there's access to it through our uni library. But he could have just told me that. He could have literally just put, "Why didn't you check the uni library?" But he didn't. So anyway, my bubble friends are coming over to work on these questions today because you're allowed to collaborate, and there is a lot of stuff that it would be so much easier if one person can work it out, and so we can all sort of split the workload. So yeah, I'm gonna turn you off because I want to boil a kettle to make a cup of tea, and I'll speak to you later. So just doing my cup of tea. And the parcel that I was moaning about yesterday has just arrived. I basically ordered a few bits in the H&M sale, but I'm wondering if I maybe ordered more than I'd realised because this box just turned up. And I really don't know. Like, just for like it takes up the entire seat on the sofa. Like, this is a two-person sofa, and there is a person sat on it. So, I reckon that I will maybe do a separate video of a like unboxing and try on, and see if there's anything that I'm gonna keep. So it's a couple of hours later now, and I just thought I'd film this because I've had a really lovely experience. There is a Facebook page, it's like a forum for our village, like where I live back home. And last night, a woman posted a video into it, and the video is from 1977 when it was the Silver Jubilee. And I watched the video and instantly recognised where it was. It was it was like they had like a festival, like a carnival, and all the big floats with like the decorations on, everyone in costumes were all parading out of the top of my street onto the next street. And I watched it, and I didn't really, I obviously didn't recognise anyone, because it was for almost 45 years ago, and it looked completely different. And then I saw this woman sat on one of the milk floats, and I was like, I'm sure that's my grandma. So I texted my dad, and it was, and it's just completely surreal. I still have my grandma; she's still alive, so it's nothing. Like if she wasn't, I think I'd be even more emotional. But seeing her when seeing her 45 years ago, there's no film footage in our family, I don't think, from that long ago. And so it's so nice having that extra sort of glimpse into the past, because my dad would only be 9. Yeah, he'd be 9 years old when that was filmed. So it's like my grandma when she was a mum. Well, she still is a mum, but like when she was back in the height of that and running a business, and it's just, I don't know. I can't really describe it, the emotion that it's triggered in me, but it's really like warmed my soul today seeing that, and just seeing everyone else in the village out parading and that community spirit. And I'm quite lucky in the village that I live in that there is still that sense of community spirit. We have the village carnival every year, and everyone's always out to help each other, and you see each other in the pub when they're open, and everyone's like always interested to see you. And yeah, I do feel very lucky, and this video, I don't know, it's just, I think it's made my day a little bit. Good evening on Tuesday, it's 10 to 7. My friends have gone home now. They came at about 12 and left at 4, so we weren't here too long. My bubble, it was legal. But it was good because we just sort of went over the questions together to clarify them in all our minds, because they aren't the most specific, put it that way. So I hate how much I say put it that way. I really need to try and stop saying that. And you probably haven't even noticed it, but every time I say it immediately afterwards, I think, you've just said that again. But what I would say was, the result of that is that having accessed this website now that my tutor wasn't very helpful with, I have calculated the cost of my building. So first of all, my building is 11,000 square meters, and that might mean nothing to you. Now, it's fair enough if it does, because if I didn't study architecture, it probably wouldn't mean anything to me. But the average house in the UK is about 100 square meters, so 10,000 square meters is 100 houses, effectively. Pardon me, the scale of. And the cost, like this, the cost of building it would be approximately £27 million. Now, this is all approximate. This is just approximate initial costings based on the fact that it's located in Liverpool and the size of it and what type of building it is, in that it would be a legislative government building. It came out at £27 million. That will obviously fluctuate. And it seemed like an incredible amount of money, but when you think, well, I've done research. The Scottish Parliament building cost £414 million. So if mine only cost 24 or 27, sorry, even though obviously it wouldn't be the government building, it would just be the Northern Powerhouse Assembly. Still, I think that's pretty cheap going, you know. But then, do you not think it's incredible that as humans, single individual humans, it's highly unlikely that we will ever have that much money? Like, I'm never going to have £27 million. I mean, I won't say no if it happens, but come on, like, highly unlikely. And yet, that sort of money's being spent constantly on these buildings. I just think it's incredible. It's the first time I've had to really look at this side of things in my course. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. But anyway, it's 10 to 7. I'm going to do a little bit more work because I'm not too hungry yet. And then I'm going to cook one of the meals from my HelloFresh box. So I might show you a little bit of that. So I'm having chicken lasca tonight, which has chicken thighs, noodles, spring onion, chili, pepper, is this red Thai curry paste, chicken stock, a lime, some peanut butter, coriander, and some coconut milk. But I'm a bit of a wimp with spice, so I think I'm only going to do half the chili and then taste it and see if I can handle more. But yeah, I will show you if it turns out anything like that picture. Wish me luck. So this is the end result. It does 2 portions because it's a 2-person HelloFresh box, so that'll do for tomorrow night. I haven't put the coriander on it because I'll need to reheat it and that's going to go gross in the microwave. But yeah, I've just tried some. It tastes really lovely. It's nice and fresh and it's not too spicy because I only added half the red Thai paste and half the chili, and there's just the right amount of spice for me. It sort of tickles your palate, but it doesn't overpower it, but the taste is really, really nice. But yeah, would recommend. So it's midday, it's 12:05 on Wednesday, and I've just had my final ever lecture of my undergraduate degree at Liverpool John Moores University. It's done. And it feels really strange. And it wasn't even a big finale, like there wasn't a big deal made at the end of it. I'll insert a little clip.
Right. What I am going to guarantee is I am going to make a cup of coffee. Right, bye. Bye, Gary.
Bye,
Thank you.
Gary.
Bye.
And it's really weird to think that's the last lecture I will ever have at this uni on this course. I am intending to do a master's at some point, but for now, that's it. I still have more teaching sessions because I don't finish until the middle of May. But that's it for lectures. And that just feels really strange. I'm at the point now where it's starting to get a bit scary because soon I'm going to be in the real world fending for myself. I've had the security of education for the last 18 years of my life since I started like preschool. And that's been taken away. And that's really scary. And I'm going to have to try and find a job. So yeah. Strange times. Anyway, plans for the rest of the day? Bet you can guess. Work. I have a deadline on Friday, which you probably already know. I'm sure I've already mentioned it. And I'm carrying on working away at that. So if there's anything interesting to show you, as always, I will show you. Good afternoon on Friday. If you can hear a noise in the background, it's just the kettle boiling, so apologies for that. I didn't film anything yesterday because I didn't do anything at all other than work. I was up at 8, started working, had my tutor session at 20 to 11. That went on till 11:30. Then had a meeting with a different person about the structure of my building from 10 to 12 until 12:10. I made some lunch, and then I carried on working straight through from 12:30 until 7, didn't leave my desk. Came down at 7 to make some food, back upstairs at 8, and then worked from 8 until 3 this morning to get my assignment finished. So it was a long day. Every day this week's been a long day. Like the earliest I've been to bed is 1, and the latest I've been up is 8. Besides today, so because I got it finished at 3, I purposely stayed up to get it finished because I knew that I'd rather do that than get up early this morning and carry on with it. So I let myself have a lie-in. I went to sleep at 3 and I woke up at 1. I didn't set an alarm, I just let myself wake up naturally. So a good solid 9 hours sleep to make up for the rest of the week, which I'm happy about. So I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil now. I'm gonna have my morning cup of tea. And then plans for the day is just to relax. So there's a couple of videos that I want to film this afternoon. A little bit of editing I want to get done. But I don't really think there's anything to show you. Therefore, I will probably end it here. The only plans I've got this weekend are to go down to the docks in town because there is what's it called? It's not Festival of Light. It's Light on the Water Festival, something like that. It's on for 2 weeks, and there's lots of sculptures that they've placed that light up on a night that aren't usually there, and it's just a nice cultural exhibition and some good photo opportunities probably, but also just nice to see something different. It's a bit like having a day out in these times. So yeah, if I get footage from that, it'll be at the start of next week's vlog. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.